Well, this is a great season finale. Funny, explosive in more than a few ways, some great moments. A lot of just stuff I love. That opening sequence with the preacher running and being chased by the cops was kind of funny. That whole sequence with Cassidy in jail talking to the sheriff as the sheriff figures out he's a vampire. Sequence with Tulip showing up and beating that one woman, thinking that, considering what happened earlier, that they were going to hurt the preacher, but the preacher was actually just hiding out there. That was actually a nice, interesting way of looking at it. Then you have Preacher and Tulip dealing with Carlos. Love that too. They give him a gun and a tire iron. They give him a fighting chance. They just beat the crap out of him and he's slowly limping away. Nice to see it. And we get some context to find out that some guesses were right, that Tulip had lost her kid because of what Carlos did. We see why they're angry about Carlos. That was fascinating. So we're getting some context with things. Then we have that slow countdown to God's appearance. We're all looking for him. That was great. All the sequences. I wonder why the sheriff let Cassidy go. That seemed kind of just odd. And then, of course, we get the big moment. They're all at the church. Everybody's waiting. The preacher has the God box with the hand. He puts it on. Spends a few minutes trying to get it to work. Looks like it's not going to work. Suddenly it goes dark. And this big ball of fire-like thing. And God in all his glory appears. Which was hilarious because everybody's sort of torn between groveling and being pissed off at him. You get some questions and things are sort of worked out. But I had a snagging feeling. It didn't look right the whole time. Like the hair. The hair looked sort of like it was just sort of a after effect. Like it could have just been bad CGI. But you kind of find out why it looks that way pretty quickly. As the preacher starts to suspect what I figured out pretty early on. And says, "Who are you?" And it's not God. It was just some angel posing as God because God fled heaven. We don't know where he is. We don't know where to find him. He's probably on earth. And that was just hilarious. You got this whole sequence of just everything that happened with God there was just perfect. Now, I read the comics, so I'd known that God had fled. But God also, I won't say anything. So made me wonder what was actually going to happen here. But that was just great. So, well, God didn't make his appearance. We reached where the comic starts with all three of them in the diner talking about their plans to go find God, which was kind of cool. And during that, the town blows up. Just goes nuclear. And my friend was loving it because it showed the actual effect of a bomb going off like that. Though in this case, it was all the methane just leaking into the atmosphere and then one cigarette igniting the entire thing, and the city just goes boom. So a lot of people died. A lot of main characters that we just spent a lot of time with. Apparently the creators have said, yes, everybody that was in the town at the time died. But that doesn't mean everybody was in town. Some may have left already. So what's going on there? And then we see the angel in the debris as the town's just a smoking wreck. She's walking, and then boom! Hole in her chest as the cowboy is right behind her and steps on her as he walks by. And we also get the sequence with one of the two Stooges, Angels, coming back from hell without his friend. So is he dead? I wonder. He didn't appear again. Kind of disappointed if he is. They were such a great hoot together. But hopefully we'll find out more next season. But yeah, I love this episode. This was just perfect in every way I felt. A little question about town blowing up because that's the kind of crazy things that happens in the show. But I was a little worried about losing all these characters, so we'll have to see what happened. Probably quite a few of the characters are dead, especially the ones that we kind of liked or got to know. The kids and his secretary or whatever name was probably dead. The sheriff, Odin, the kid and his mother and father. So we'll just have to see next season what happened. Tell me what you guys think of this episode. Do you like it or not?